Howdy ho, you handsome hunk. Grab a snack and gain some chunk. If your day is great or really sunk, we hope to help you shake the funk. So if you're good to hear some junk, buckle up, it's the Junk Monk Podcast. Hello and welcome to the Junk Monk Podcast. I'm your host Kandyce Sloan, who you know from Instagram at Hardens and Hardhats.
And I'm Noah, your co-host from at Noel Hernandez.
If this is your first time listening, let us fill you in. We are watching and reviewing every episode of the USA hit TV show Monk right here each week.
And we are going to do so while eating a little bit of junk, Candace. So, what junk do we have today?
Okay, snacker's choice. Teriyaki beef jerky or brownie bites?
Teriyaki.
Okay, all right. So will you take that? We'll get into it during junk time, and I will take the brownie bites. Or we can just share also, because there's 2 brownie bites, to be honest.
We'll be fine.
Yeah. Also, you must know I've seen every episode of Monk. I'm a huge fan. Started watching in 2007, and for the most part, watched it as it aired.
I've seen season 1 and those we've done on the show, and a few scattered here and there in different seasons.
So, if you're ready to start the show, Toby, take it away.
What the?
Toby, you ignorant man.
You child. Okay. Do it again, Toby. Here's what happened. Alright, this is Mr. Monk Takes a Punch, Season 7, Episode 4. Here's what happened. In the opening scene, we see a mysterious man entering a boxing gym and placing an explosive device inside one of the punching bags. Next, we see a boxer, Ray Regis, and his coach entering the gym the following morning. The nearby bomb, seemingly meant for Ray, is inadvertently detonated by a vagrant who had stayed overnight in the gym. Stottlemyre, who is working on his own stolen art case, calls Monk in, and they begin looking into the possible enemies of Regis. They come up empty-handed, but discover that the bomb was made by a known hitman, so Ray was in fact the intended target. With no other leads, Monk is assigned as Ray's cornerman when he insists that his upcoming fight go ahead as scheduled. During the fight, when Monk is overcome with disgust over dripping sweat, he asks Natalie for a stick of deodorant and notices a rifle scope aiming down from the skybox. He quickly reaches the hitman, and the captain and Randy arrive soon after and must kill the suspect. With the deodorant in hand, Monk starts piecing together the clues. Ray Regis had recently been on set of a deodorant commercial when a man who didn't know his house was being used to film abruptly interrupted the shoot. Monk remembers seeing some artwork in the background of the shot and also remembered this same artwork hanging in the captain's office while investigating his case. The owner of the house apparently had tons of stolen art proudly displayed, but his wife never knew it was stolen, so she allowed them to film. The husband tried to murder Regis to keep the commercial from airing. However, the case is solved, Regis wins his fight, and Monk is a beast in the end.
All right, that was a good one. This was Mr. Monk Takes a Punch.
All right, what did you like about this episode, Candace?
All right, I like the first scene we see between the captain and Monk, and captain's got to tell him the bad news. So he's like, "You were on the high school track team, right?" And Monk says, "Yeah." And he's like, "Do you still run?" And he says, "Sometimes." "Well, how often?" "Never." "No, well, that's not very often." "No." Monk's face, he's like, "Nah." I thought that was really cute. I was like, I have to say that first, because that was a good introduction to what the episode was going to be about, as far as what I consider to be the A storyline, which was not the crime.
Yeah.
So,
okay. I really liked the bomb in the punching bag. I feel like, you know how hi Conrad. Mm-hmm. You know how he was like, "Oh, we picked usually one thing and like grow off of that." I feel like that was the one thing. Like, it was just a cool idea, like a bomb in a punching bag, and then they worked off of it. I don't know.
Yeah,
that seems really cool to me, and I doubt that they were like, "Oh my gosh, there's this boxer. His name is Ray Regis. What if we put a bomb in the punching bag? That'd be sick." I feel like that was a main thing that they were going off of.
Yeah, that's a good theory. I like that. And it's an educated guess.
It is.
Yeah, because we know the things. Okay, I have Randy beat Pops in a boxing match. He's like, "Yeah, remember that, like, what is it? I don't know what it, like the officers boxing match, for charity."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I beat him so good," or something. And he's like, "Randy, he retired 12 years ago. And we called him Pops." And he's like, "Yeah, but still." And he's like, "He had a cane." And Randy's like, "Yeah, but he used it." Oh, like the Randy, oh man.
He was
beat up
so
Pops.
Proud. Yeah.
He was so proud.
He was so proud. Kevin Dorfman's birthday tracksuit.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I did not realize. I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that line.
What?
Yeah, when I was looking up the something on Wiki, it said Kevin Dorfman gave him that tracksuit, and I was like, Toby, did he say Kevin Dorfman gave him that tracksuit? And he's like, yeah. I was like, what? I did not catch that. I was like, oh man, I wish I had heard that. That was such a good...
It was funny.
Yeah.
I watched it like 3 times and it made me laugh all 3 times.
Dang it. I totally missed it. I must have been writing notes. But yeah, that's a great callback though. Great callback.
It was good.
I liked Dr. Bell's session. I know you don't like Dr. Bell, but he had a little good one where he's talking to Monk and Monk is like, because he's all sore, which made me laugh out loud when Monk made like this funny noise. But I like Dr. Bell, he says, you're not a quitter. I haven't known you for a very long time, but you don't seem like a quitter to me. I thought it was really sweet. And then he's like, and think about this. If you're not doing detective work, what are you going to do? And Monk says, welfare. And he's like, welfare? He's like, what about Natalie?
She depends on you.
She depends on you. And he's like, yeah, welfare. She can be on welfare too.
We'll be welfare buddies.
We can be welfare buddies. I love that. That's so funny. I don't know. I just thought welfare buddies was really cute.
I thought what was really funny was Monk's leg giving out like 30 yards in. He's like on the floor and he's like, don't stop the clock. Don't stop the clock. I can finish this.
Oh, that was good. I have like a whole little thing where it says Monk, aka the Beast in training. He pulls his hammy on the first like little montage they have of him doing all this stuff. And yeah, I love that. He's like, run the clock. That was like the first thing.
Yeah.
And they're done. And she's like, Monk, we gotta go. Then the second like a little montage they show is whenever Regis is helping him. Like, oh man, you can do this. You helped me. I'm gonna help you. Let's do this. And he gets all pumped. Regis is doing push-ups and he jumps, like he does the clap.
Oh yeah.
Where he's like clapping and he's like, yeah, see, get a couple claps in. And Monk is just watching him clapping. It was so cute. And then they did like the stairs. Regis is running up the stairs and then Monk cheats. Whenever he's passing him, he just turns right around and does it in circles. And then he just runs off. It's so funny. And did you have anything about that stuff? Or?
I did.
Okay.
He's like, what are you? And he's like, I'm a beast. He's like, what are you? He's like, I'm a beast. Okay.
He's like, show me the face. And he's like, ah. So if you haven't watched this one in a while, go look at the Beast face. It is priceless. So it is so cute. And they also do the pull-ups where he's using the wipes and he's doing the pull-ups.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's just like his hands with the wipes and then he's like pulling up. And then when he has to scale the wall and he just goes through the window instead and then he is like holding out to the window and then he just falls off the other side. And then the last thing about that one was he's like, I ran that mile. And he's like, what was that? Had to be like a 5, maybe 6 minute mile. And he grabs the stopwatch and he's like, 27 minutes? And Ray's like, well, I mean, you were rearranging the hurdles and you kept touching everything. Man, that stuff adds up. I loved that. I thought it was so funny. But I actually really like that part because I call him Regis, but his name's Ray. Ray he was like, no, it's fine. You did great. He's like, yeah, let me see the watch. Let me see it. And he's like, you don't want to see that. He's like, 27 minutes. Well, by the way, what's your fastest mile time?
Me? It's in between 5 and 6. Something like that.
Oh, okay.
5, 6.
So you're pulling a Monk. It was actually 27 minutes. I think it was definitely between 5 and 6. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, my fastest mile all the time is 12 minutes, 10 seconds.
12?
Yeah.
Goodness, that's like double mine. I'm pretty sure my fastest is like 6 minutes, like 12 or something. But that was like...
Okay, now he changes the story.
That was back in the day,
It was between 5 and 6. Okay, it was 6. But yeah, that's literally the only time that I have ever thrown up after working out was a 12-minute mile. So that just tells you how hard I was pushing, guys. Because what I did was I ran the straightaways and I walked the curves. But I ran, sprinted the straightaways and walked the curves. And so I did too many sprints. Because how many sprints is that? Like 8?
Why did you do that?
It's like 8 sprints. And so I threw up.
Yeah, that was stupid.
It was bad.
Instead of like going consistently, like, okay, I'm gonna walk here and sprint. You
just don't understand. My shoulders are so big. It feels like as soon as I start jogging, I feel like I'm wearing like football gear, and I'm like my shoulders just feel like they weigh 50 pounds by themselves. I'm just like. So I'm like, I either walk or I run.
Push, yeah.
So, yeah. But, yeah, that's my 12-minute mile story.
Okay. Super Monk. He's like, Monk's not a superhero, okay? And then Monk walks in, and he's in his purple tracksuit, and he's, like, out of breath, so his hands are on his, like, hips.
Yeah.
And his chest is pushed out. He's like... I forgot what he said. I'm pretty sure it was funny, though.
It was so funny. I know. And then we didn't even... we talked about Kevin Dorfman, but purple tracksuit, maroon headband, his tennis shoes. Oh, man. It was very cute. It was very cute. It was like almost cute oblivious Monk, but it wasn't oblivious. It was just straight up cute Monk, and he was like cute determined Monk. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't like anything, like Pate's masterpiece where he's like, I'm amazing. He was like under no impression that he was amazing at running. He was like, oh, but they heavy. So yeah, it was funny.
It was Natalie. She was laughing too.
Oh.
At Monk in his tracksuit. He's like, what's so funny? She was like, oh, that girl. She's doing a dance. And he's like, what kind of dance? She's like, a funny little cowboy dance. And he's like, a funny little cowboy dance, really? Show it to me. And she dances and he's like, that's more like a happy prospector. He's like, what context would she be using that in or something?
Why would she be dancing like a happy prospector? I don't understand that. Oh, man. That was good. And
then she goes, oh, it's because she probably lives on like a ranch or something. He's like, never mind, let's get back to running.
Yeah. I actually have that in dislikes, but that was a really funny, cute scene. I will give you that. Mm-hmm. Okay, what about this guy? Stottlemyre and Disher walk up to these known, like, I don't know, they're mobsters or something. Mm-hmm. And he's like, all right, we're we come peacefully. Like, we're not, packing heat, whatever. Oh, right. And the guy, he's like, I want to just ask you a few questions. And then this Italian guy, he looks at the lieutenant. He's like, you wearing a wire? And Randy, like, looks at him like, come on. Starts taking off his tie, unbuttoning his shirt, taking it off. And everyone's just like, okay. Like, okay, you're not wearing a wire. Cool. And then he's like, starts unbuckling his pants, pulls his pants down, shows his boxers. And then we're like, okay. And then he looks at the captain and he's like, are you wearing a wire? He's like, nope. He's like, all right. So anyway, and then Randy's like, why did I just get undressed? The captain's like, that's what everyone in the room is asking themselves right now. It was so bad and so funny. I loved that. Randy's face sold that. Like, yeah. He's so serious, like, I'm doing it. Oh man, so good.
It was like, I wasn't like too crazy, and then he just starts unbuckling his pants, and you're like, oh jeez. Okay, so Ray is talking to Captain Stottlemyre and Randy about Monk, and he's like, this guy Monk will find Eddie's killer. He's like me, a fighter. He'll never give up. The Monk says, this is my last case. And Stottlemyre's like, this is not your last case. And Monk's like, you weren't there.
Oh man, that was right. I guess that was right after the superhero joke. Yeah. That's funny. Okay, I put talk about Beast, Monk in his robe when he was the ring man at the fight, and he had his robe like up over his head. He looked legit.
I didn't think so.
You didn't?
I thought it was really funny though.
No, it was funny, but like he looked like not legit. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like he looked beast mode for him. Scary. Like he looked beast mode for Monk. Not like, oh, he looked like he could actually be a ring man. Like, I got the beast vibes. Like, I didn't get the beast vibes from him wearing a purple tracksuit.
Yeah.
And hissing or whatever he was doing. I got them whenever he was wearing the robe. It was so funny. And then he's like jumping around a little bit, and then they're like, okay, and he has a corner man who seems to be tripping up on the ropes, and then he gets stuck in all the ropes.
Yeah, that was cringy.
And then he starts to like yelling at him. Like the coach is like, he's like, give him a right. Give him a right, a left, right, left, right. And he's like, no, how about, no, don't do that. Take turns, left, then right, then left, then right. Actually, why don't you just hit him with both hands at the same time? Because he wants it to be even. It's so funny and so dumb.
So, Stottlemyre and Randy are investigating the teacher, the coach. Ray's coach.
Yeah.
And after all is said and done, they're done investigating. Stottlemyre sees Monk filling out a form, and he's like, what's this? Monk's like, an application? He's like, Monk, you're not going on welfare. If you go on welfare, I'm gonna shoot you.
He's filling out welfare applications. That's hilarious. Okay, I also put Monk saves the day. I actually really like this. You know how we're always talking about like, oh, how convenient. He did this, and then at the end of the episode, he did this. I actually thought it was not, it didn't feel super forced. I actually like didn't catch on to it at first, right? Because he has to run and do the pull-ups and do the push-ups and stuff like that.
You didn't catch on?
At first when he started running, I didn't. I was like, oh, he's trying to run up there. And then he started like running up the stairs, and I was like, oh, he's doing stairs. And then he looks at the railing, and then I'm like, oh, he's gonna do his pull-ups, and then he does his pull-ups. So, you know, I caught on, but I didn't anticipate it. Like it wasn't like, oh, here goes Monk's challenge. I was like, oh, look, he's doing his stuff. I just thought it was tied together much better, and it was like a good like, oh, look, he was training for this, and now he has to do it. Much better woven in than other episodes. Yeah. I just felt like it was a little more natural.
I think it would have been better than showing us like him doing the test. Like showing us that he can do it, and then being like, next scene, oh, I passed. Yeah. You know, I was watching this with Tobet, right? And she was like, it was my second time watching it, and he was running up the thing, and I didn't notice, and she was like, oh my gosh, he's doing it! And because he wasn't like running super fast, but she was like screaming at me. I was like, what? And then he was running and doing all the things, and I was like, oh, that's cute.
So you didn't catch it either?
No, I did catch it. Basically is
what you're saying.
I did catch it, but wow, that the second time I was watching it.
Oh,
she pointed it out.
Okay, so she got excited like I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing, yeah.
Okay, this is my last thing, and I quote from Monk. I had Natalie's daughter do some digging on the World Wide Computer Web.
Yep. He's like, don't worry, I didn't tell her what it was about, but I got this page. It's from what they call a website. Good for you, Monk. Good for you. He's taking the Julie advice. Oh, I was going to say something that you just said. Like how it was better than him showing like, oh, he just passed the test. Is that not what they did with Julie's driving test? Where they showed us like she was a terrible driver, and then 2 seconds later she passed her test. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they didn't show like, oh, like remember we were like, oh, I thought Julie was going to be like really good and like maneuver around all the cones, and then to show like, oh, she is a good driver, and then she passes her test. They did the exact opposite. She was crashing into everything, and then she passed her test. So like I said, this was a much more natural way to do that. But my last thing is Mr. Monk takes a punch. At the very end, he's so cute. He's super hype. He passed his test, and he's like, yeah, I can do anything, Natalie. I can do anything. I'm a beast. I'm a beast. I'm the beast. And he's like, whoa, Monk, calm down, because you know he goes to the gym, and he's like, you want to spar? You want to spar? And Regis is like, hey, whoa, calm down. And he's like, no, seriously.
He was like, I can take you right now.
I can take you right. Give me some 1-2. Give me some 1-2. And he's like, Natalie, can you help me out with this? And he reaches his hand up, and Monk's like not paying attention, and Regis puts his hands up, and Monk's like, and knocks him out on the ground. And if you haven't seen this, I should have put this freaking timestamp, but his face, he's like, he makes this like hilarious face where he like, oh, like the face you make when you get hit in the nose. And it's so funny. Go check it out. If you just even watch the end, it is so cute. And then Regis, of course, picks him up and puts him on his shoulder, and then he walks him out. So it was very cute.
Okay. So, Kandyce, what did you dislike about this episode?
My first thing is Natalie's terrible lie about doing the cowboy dance. It was so funny, but I'm just no. This time I wrote cringe. Like you cringed at him tripping on the ropes. I cringed when she's like, "Oh, but she's just doing a little dance." And like, "What kind of dance?" "Oh, just a cowboy dance."
He like, shouldn't have been that like interrogative though. Like, you know.
Well, but that's the thing is that she was laughing at him, and so he thought like, "Wait, what is she laughing at?" And then she's like, "Oh, to dance." And he's like, "What dance?" And then that's why he was asking. It's like if someone's lying to you and you think they're lying to you, you're going to keep asking. A little cowboy dance.
Okay, do it. Okay. That's more like a little happy prospector. Like, that doesn't make sense, Kandyce. It doesn't. Okay.
Fine, I put it in dislikes. You put it in likes, so.
Okay. This is my first dislike.
Okay.
Old Eddie from the beginning. He died.
I know, yeah.
Shut up. Don't act like you know my boy Eddie. You're the worst.
Okay, I actually thought, but this is what the homeless guy I put that was sad. But what I thought you were gonna say was the CGI explosion.
It wasn't that bad.
Okay, I put that explosion not terrible, but the homeless guy flying
That was pretty
bad.
That was
That's what I put. I thought that's what you were gonna put. So, but at least we agree.
Yeah.
Okay, I put this is an overarching theme of dislike for me. I rarely have these, but boxing. I hate boxing. I cannot stand people hitting each other and blood.
Really?
Yes, I can't watch UFC fights.
I
or
can't
MMA
watch them, but I
or...
still like check in, like who won. I don't watch and go, oh my gosh, yeah. I watch it to see who wins because it's cool.
See, but I
watch it because the winner gets a lot of money and there's a lot on the line, and so I like watching high stakes things.
But yeah, just for me, boxing in general, or just people hitting each other for sport, I don't like it, and so I've tried to be unbiased in my like, you know what I mean? Like I get excited. Oh, Mr. Monk in the big game. I love basketball, so this is gonna be exciting. Mr. Monk takes a punch. I'm like, oh, this is the boxing one. And I try not to be biased against like I don't like. It's like Mr. Monk and the Naked Man, where you're like, oh, I don't like naked people. Well, you try to be unbiased, take yourself out of it.
You're a little Karen. Who doesn't like boxing? Karen. My next dislike is Kandyce.
Karen.
Okay, my next dislike is the really hard test. It was really hard.
Oh.
1/2 mile in 4 minutes. Which, okay, that one's not that hard. 10 flights of stairs, 20 pull-ups, and scale a 6-foot wall. Okay, not all of these are very hard, but 20 pull-ups?
That's what Toby said. He said, whoa, that would be the hardest. 20 pull-ups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I feel like you could cut that mile time, like, or what is it, 1/2 mile, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like you cut that in half and then, like, do 10 pull-ups or something. Like, you need to cut, like, yeah, no.
That's stupid.
Yeah. I agree. Okay, my next one is, I thought it was sad that the captain and Randy had to shoot that guy, and then they actually felt bad, like, because the guy pointed the gun at them, and so they shot him, mm-hmm. And then whenever they were taking him away, Randy was like just kind of staring off into space, and then the captain is like,
"Oh yeah,
it's okay. It was either him or us." That was really sad. So I just put that one down.
Okay, well, I'm dissing on Slotty for this one, but Slotty was kind of manipulative when he was like, "What is Trudy saying?" Oh. I was like, "What a jerk." Like, using your dead wife to get what you want? Monk, you can't quit. What would Trudy say, man? Like,
wait,
what?
Let me rephrase that. What is Trudy saying? Yeah. I put that in another section. So, I'll save that.
Another section?
Yeah. So, as...
what? What? What could that have been? Plot hole. Trudy's dead. She couldn't have been saying that. Like, what?
Exactly. Okay, my next thing is, as much as I didn't like the Natalie cringe, I missed her. There was little to no Natalie action in this episode.
Agreed.
And then my last one is, I liked it in the sense that I didn't remember the crime. I love when I actually don't remember things. It makes it much more fun for me. But with that being said, not that memorable of a crime. I didn't even remember it.
I liked the crime. Okay. Call me a bad person, but it was all right to me.
No, but see, and that's the thing. I didn't even say I didn't like the crime. I just don't think it's that memorable. Whereas the ones that stick in my head, I'm like, oh, the genius. Like, I remember that crime. Boom, right off the bat. I remember the lottery.
Oh, the genius. I remember the genius.
And the lottery, like, with the balls.
Yeah.
So this one was just like, I don't remember it. But again, I enjoyed it because I didn't remember it. But just as an overarching, like, I don't like... weak crimes or crimes I don't remember or whatever. So that's it.
I think it was a good crime, and I think that season 7 has been going strong on their crimes, and I'm proud of it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's nice.
My next dislike is, this seems like a reason for Monk to be in shape for future episodes. Like there might be in the next episode where it's like he needs to run or something. I don't know. It just feels like a big training montage to me. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Wait, what is the dislike about that?
That it's just, like, kind of filler.
Oh.
It's just, like, Oh, you remember last episode whenever he was getting in shape? Well, now he's using it. I don't know. I don't really like it. Sorry. That's it.
Okay. All right. I'm done. Are you done?
I have 2 more.
Oh, you have 2 more. Oh, okay.
I have 2 more. Okay. Are you actually done?
I am done, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Look at me. Okay. At 19 minutes, Ray Regis says, "Hello, Mr. Monk. It's time." And it's really creepy. And I really want to play it right now. Here, wait. Let me find it. Isn't that creepy?
Wow.
Hello, Mr. Monk, it's time.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
That is so creepy.
You didn't think Natalie was cringe, though, so.
Shut. Okay, next dislike. This one isn't really a dislike, but I thought the old guy was Sylvester Stallone for a second. They're kind of.
How did you say that for he's the guy?
He's the guy. I said they're almost Sylvester Stallone and Michael B. Jordan. Because have you seen Creed?
Like Creed Bratton?
It's a movie.
Oh, then no.
It's with Sylvester Stallone and Michael B. Jordan.
Oh
Look
my
at
God,
them.
that's funny. This is such a he's the guy's topic right now.
Okay, wait. Fine. He's the guy. They look. Okay, everyone go.
That was my favorite
he's
the guy transition ever. Okay. Okay, continue.
Okay, so Sylvester, look up a picture of Creed. Just look in Creed, and
Like the movie title.
The movie title.
Yeah. What's it called? Like the poster. The movie poster.
On Thanksgiving. Candace, how was your Thanksgiving? Oh wait, is that a junk?
Oh, it's not. No.
question?
They don't know about Thanksgiving.
Okay,
so.
how was your Thanksgiving, Candace?
It was fantastic, actually. Oh, we played Monk Clue.
Really?
Yes, my grandparents played Monk Clue. I posted some videos of it on the gram. They were so cute. My Mimi was like, "I think it's Trudy Monk with the candlestick." It was so cute. And then my grandpa won one of the rounds. And he was like, "Okay, I'm making that accusation." It was so cute. I loved it. And they know nothing about Monk, so it was almost like more fun. Because you could hear them just like saying the characters' names. They had no clue what they were talking about.
Oh.
It was very cute. I loved it. It was so much fun. Yeah. We played like 3 rounds too. They were all into it. Yeah. Yeah.
My Thanksgiving was alright. It wasn't too special.
Yeah.
It was kind of boring.
Yeah.
But Creed, I recommend you guys watch it. It was they came out with a Creed 2. I'm pretty sure the Creed 2 poster looks better because it's like him older. So it's I don't know. Yeah, there he is. So that way he looks even more like the guy because he's older.
Oh yeah. That's true. Creed 2, guys. Go look at Creed 2. Okay. So, Ray Regis is actually played by an actor named James Leisure.
Okay.
All right. I recognized him. Apparently, he was in NYPD Blue for 7 seasons.
Oh.
Toby actually looked this up for me,
what?
so go Toby.
Who? What's his name?
Ray Regis. Oh, his name is James Leisure. Lesure. So he was on NYPD Blue for 7 seasons, an episode of George Lopez, and he was on Martin for 4 seasons.
What is Martin?
Martin is Martin Lawrence, the actor Martin Lawrence. You know his show. Do you know who Martin Lawrence is?
Nope.
Breaking My Heart. Okay. You remember the movie Bad Boys with Will Smith? Like that one just recently came out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Like they do the Bad Boys movies. Martin got famous from his sitcom Martin, like in the 90s, which was surprising to me because I didn't realize that James had been acting that long. Like I've seen him in like recent things, and so I was surprising to me that he was on Martin, which is a pretty old show. Like maybe Martin was on in the early 2000s, like 98, 2000. I'm not sure, but I recognize him from Girlfriend's Guide. Okay, so Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce, which stars Lisa Edelstein from House. I know some people probably know her. She played Dr. Cuddy. So she had a show on Bravo, and James Leisure was her boyfriend on it, and he played a baseball coach. So in the sports arena.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Toby and I both knew him from Good Girls, which is a really good show on Netflix. Have you seen Good Girls?
No, but my sister watches it.
It's
all
good.
The time.
It's real good. Yeah, it's really good. That's about the girls who they like rob. Did they rob banks?
Or no, they rob like supermarkets, right? Or like grocery stores.
It's about money laundering. Toby had to explain it to me. I told Toby, I was like, Toby, why do you know so many things? Because he's so dumb, and we don't like him.
That's true.
And then he says smart things, and I'm like, ugh, Toby.
Jeez, he was in 19 episodes of Good Girls.
Yeah, I think he was in most of them.
Huh.
Yeah, because the Good Girls isn't that long.
Yeah,
like it doesn't have that many episodes. Yeah, he plays the cop that's trying to stop
the
them
FBI
from robbing.
agent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows a whole lot about a show he's never seen before.
It's on IMDb, okay?
Oh, okay.
It says FBI.
Oh, I see.
So I went, oh, you mean FBI agent?
Oh,
Like
okay.
myself sound smart? Or...
Oh my gosh.
There
Okay.
we go.
All right. You don't have anyone for He's the Guy, do you? Besides
Other
the Creed?
other than almost Sylvester Stallone and Michael B. Jordan.
Okay, I don't hate that one. I actually like it. Okay.
Okay.
The next person is... Okay, I called him the Italian guy because I think he's Italian. His name's Frankie Marino. That's his real name. No. Frankie Marino is his name on the show, and he is played by John Capodice, which sounds very Italian to me. Get this. Okay, I'm watching this episode. Me and Toby are watching this episode. And I'm like, oh, I mean, he's the guy for me. I totally recognize him. I'm like, I feel like he's on a comedy. I can't place him. He's on a comedy, and I feel like he was like a hot dog vendor or something. And I was like, I swear, he's like, he has fast food. There's some fast food. I couldn't think of it. So I looked it up, or Toby helped me. Toby looked it up. He's going through all these shows, and he goes, Will and Grace? And I was like, oh, wait, maybe he's like a hot dog vendor or something. Okay, so recently, I mean like very recently, I started rewatching Will and Grace because I love Will and Grace. Okay, I watched it on Hulu. He said Will and Grace, and I said, okay, well, let me look up John Capodice on Will and Grace. And he said, okay, it's on an episode called Alley Cats. And I was like, are you kidding me? I watched that episode last night. That very episode.
What?
There's like 10 seasons of Will and Grace. And I watched the one episode that he was in the night before. And I was like, because you can see the episode names when you scroll on them. And I watched it. It was called Alley Cats, season 1, episode 21. And I was like, are you kidding me? What a weird coincidence. That happened with Moesha, remember?
Yeah.
I watched the guy from Monk that I'd like never seen in anything. And he was on the episode. And I'm like, so weird. This is so weird. And then the other thing he was from, Toby was reading, and he's like, Boy Meets World. And I was like, oh my gosh. So all the Boy Meets World fans out there, he was in season 2, episode 11. They always go to this restaurant called Chubby's. And John Capodice plays Chubby. He's the restaurant owner of the restaurant they always go eat at. And I was like, that's where I got the hot dog vibes. It wasn't hot dog. They serve burgers.
What?
But, well, no, because I was saying, like, I got fast food vibes. I'm like, this guy's, like, holding a hot dog. He's got, like, fast food. There's something about fast food. And I was totally right. He plays the restaurant owner. He's Chubby from Chubby's. That's how he talks and stuff. Yes. So many coincidences. So many things. It's crazy, guys. Doing this segment is so trippy now. Like, it's cool. It's weird, but it's cool. So I think I am done with He's the Guy.
All right. Junk time.
All right. I have a couple of questions. Okay, first, have you ever had to do a mandated fitness test?
I have.
You have? Okay. Because I know that you go to a private school, but the state of Texas mandated a test back when I was like in high school.
Okay.
This, fun fact, is where I ran my 12-minute mile and threw up was on the fitness gram, is what they called it.
Fitness gram pacer test.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah. So did you do the fitness gram or did you do something else? Or do you do something else?
No, we do the fitness gram.
Oh, so actually the fitness gram.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you remember what you have to do?
Yeah, you run, you like stay on one side, wait for the beep, and then go. And then you go back, I don't remember very well. But I did it last year. And none of the boys in my grade try. So we do that for all the tests. For the push-up test, the sit-up test, the shuttle run test, and the fitness gram pacer test. Yeah.
What test do you have to do? I know. This is what we had to do. We had to run a mile as fast as we could. There was no like time limit or time or whatever. They just clocked you running.
Yeah.
You have to do as many push-ups as you can, as many sit-ups as you can, and then I believe they just weighed you and took your height.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't weigh us or take our height or anything. I think it's just we don't have to do it, but like our teachers do it anyway because it's like a free like I don't know what to do today for PE. Okay.
I actually wrote a paper in college. When I was in high school, they have dual credit or whatever. Mm-hmm. We had to pick a topic, and it was a persuasive speech or persuasive paper, and I wrote mine called Fitness Sham. And I wrote all this stuff about how the fitness gram doesn't make any sense and like how you shouldn't be weighing teenagers in front of each other and how someone's measurement of how fast or like how many push-ups they can do doesn't measure like how much of an athlete they are and like all this different kinds of stuff. And I got a really high grade on the paper, but she also called out my title. She was like, "This fitness sham title is awesome. I love this title."
You should have put fitness sham pacer test.
But we don't have a pacer test.
Really?
No.
It's called the pacer test. It actually became like a meme. Because every school like plays it really loud.
What? No, no, there's nothing like that. It was very like nonchalant. Like, yeah. I remember
Yo, what's up? Are y'all ready to run?
No, like our teachers did it. Like our PE, like there was no announcement or anything.
Really?
It was like, yeah, you just do the fitness.
It's a recorded thing that everyone plays. That the teacher plays.
I will say though that I graduated high school in 2010, and this fitness thing came out in like 2008 or 2009. I only did it twice, and I did the first year I did one push up, and the second year I did one sit up.
Nice.
Because I can't do push-ups.
Ready?
And yeah.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues.
And they go beep.
The 20-meter pacer test will be completed each before the sound.
Playing songs? They don't play songs for us. Oh no, they do!
1.
Dun, 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 dun. And then it's like 2. But like the more you go, the quicker it gets. 101. 102. Oh my gosh, could you imagine having to run that fast across the thing? Okay.
No, we did nothing like that. That's crazy.
How is that? You guys didn't do that? That's
no.
Weird.
I'm telling you, we did push-ups, sit-ups, run, and they height and weight us. That's it. Which is crazy. That's why I was going to compare it to Monk's thing, which was half a mile in 4 minutes, 10 flights of stairs.
10 flights of stairs isn't that bad. Wait. Flights of stairs? That's not that bad.
You have to run that 10 times.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Oh, gosh. I'm out.
The pull-ups is what's really hard.
No, the pull-ups are hard.
But
I'm saying, like, I feel like the whole thing is hard. Like, 20 pull-ups is probably the hardest thing to do. 10 flights of stairs and then also scale a 6-foot-high wall. I think running half a mile in 4 minutes should be doable. Not by me, but by people.
Not people my age or in my body.
Or me, exactly, my body. That's my problem.
Next question?
My next question is, well, it reminded me of track because they were running track. So I was like, no, Noah, do you run track?
I do run track.
What do you run?
I run 100 meter and, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 100 meter and I do the, what's it called with my friends? The one where you pass it off.
Oh, the relay, the 4x1.
Yeah, the 4x1. But where my heart lays is in shot put, and Kandyce teaches me shot put because she's good at it.
Put is so much fun. Okay.
It's so much fun. It's so fun, actually.
I have my school record for shot put. I almost made it to state. I was one place away, which is funny because my brother actually ran half a mile, like at the 800 meters. He ran half a mile, and he was one place away from going to state. And whenever I was a senior, I was one place away from going to state. And I was like, hey, we're the same. And he hates that when I say that because he thinks he's like so good at track. Aww. And so I'm always like, hey, we're the same. I almost went to state too. And he's like, shut up. It's so funny. But yeah, so that's my I threw the 4 kilogram, right? So like 8.8 pound shot put. My highest length was 36 feet 11 inches. And I remember
crazy.
I threw that one time. Before that throw, my furthest was like 35 feet 6 inches. And then my second to last throw that I ever threw in my career, I threw 36 feet 11 inches. And I remember them saying that out loud. And my parents being like, whoa, and like cheering.
Crazy.
And my coaches.
That is so crazy.
My coach is going crazy. And I was like smiling so big. I threw it like 32 feet. I was like, I did it. Because once you like get up to a certain thing, you're going in order. So you know that someone going behind you no longer can throw further than you. Because they already are throwing farther. Does that make sense? Oh, okay. Because the person that threw behind me already threw further than me. They were the second place. And then the last place person.
What if you like... If you didn't,
I could have thrown further than them.
If you didn't throw 32 right then, and you threw like 50 or something.
Oh, I could have got first, but
then why didn't you try?
Well, because the next person above me was 40.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I already knew that I wasn't gonna get second or first place. They were throwing 39-40. Yeah. So yeah, there is no way.
That is no way. Okay, next question.
I'm
Is this the last one?
I'm done with questions, but we had a fan send this to us on Twitter, and it was Billy from Twitter. He's given us a viewer's voice before. He sent me this post, and I was like, awesome. It's just something little, but it was an article called "Cooking with Cheetos," and it's like from the Cheetos website, and it had all these really cool recipes for how to cook with Cheetos and all these different dishes. What? And so I was like, dude, sometime in season 7, we have to make one of these recipes with Cheetos.
Cheetos is our thing.
I know, Cheetos is our thing. So I thought
Cheetos.
Cheese boys.
Cheesy boys.
This show is not sponsored by Cheetos. No. So, but yeah. So that's just something little. My phone died, or I look up some of the recipes. But yeah, we'll make one. We'll find that article again. And we'll make something Cheeto-y goodness. I'm excited about it.
I know so much.
They have tons of different recipes. They're like appetizers and stuff.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all I have for junk time.
Okay.
Plot holes. All right. How many plot holes do you have?
2.
2? Okay, let me go then. Stoddy Plotty. Okay, this is what I said it's going to be in a different section when he said he wouldn't call him a superhero. But if you remember in Mr. Monk and the Daredevil, whenever they call Harold Crenshaw like Spider-Man, and Stoudemire's like, he's not Spider-Man, you're Spider-Man. You're a real superhero. You actually save people's lives. And I was like...
He was puckering Monk up so he wouldn't leave the Force again.
But we thought he was so sweet for saying that. So he's either lying back then.
He was lying.
Or he's lying.
I think
he's lying
he was being truthful both times, but he wanted to act cool in front of the boxer people.
He's like, I wouldn't call him a superhero. And then I was like, but you did call him a superhero last season, buddy. So I wrote it down. Okay.
He was trying to act cool, Kandyce. Gosh.
Okay, you go.
Okay. Monk can't run all of a sudden.
Oh.
We've seen him run before.
Okay.
I get that it was like a season ago or 2 seasons ago.
No. 6 seasons ago. Right?
We've seen him like tackle dudes.
Oh, I thought you meant the episode where he was actually like running, like Mr. Monk and the Marathon Man, when the guy like gives him the shoes and he's like running. That was 6 seasons ago. Yeah, that was
6 seasons ago.
6
years ago, blah, blah, blah. But how he also attacks dudes all the time. Like every few episodes we'll get a Monk attacking a guy. Like straight up tackling him or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay,
I'll give it to you. And his leg gives out 30 yards in.
I'll give it to you. Okay.
Lies.
All right, this is actually another Stoddy Plotty. I think this is actually what I was talking about. Was the what would Trudy say thing? Was he totally stole that from Dr. K?
Oh yeah.
That's what I put. I was like, do I put that in dislikes or plot holes? Because I'm like,
that's a dislike.
He stole his line.
From
I guess I put it in plot holes because sometimes I put recalls. Like, oh, they made that same joke twice, and I'll put it in plot holes. So that was my mindset for that. Like, they used that one before recently. What would Trudy say? And so I was like, I'm writing that. Yeah.
Copycat. Oh my gosh. He was just trying to remember Dr. K. Come on, Kandyce. You're so disrespectful. Okay. The aftermath of the explosion was crazy. Like after the hobo guy got blown away, all that, the boxing ring was scorched, all that. And the two boxing dudes, the coach and the boxer, are just unscathed. They're just chilling there. Oh. They were right next to the bomb too.
I didn't think about that when I was writing the synopsis. I was like, what happened to them? What because again, I only watched it once, so I was like, what happened to them? I don't remember.
Imagine only watching it once.
I know. I had to ask Toby so many. I'm telling you guys, I do not remember this episode. I know I've watched it, but I don't remember it like I remember the other ones. It's crazy. Okay, but that's a good point. My next one is, there's no way that Monk would drink something that guy gives him that green drink.
Yeah, but he was being peer pressured. Come on, Candace.
I was like,
it's go juice, Candace.
But it was gross though. That's the thing, is that if he was like, okay, I'll try it, and he was like, oh, this is good. Monk tried it and he was making this is disgusting. Monk would not keep drinking something that he thought was that gross. There's no
liar.
way.
You know how I know he would?
How?
Because he did.
Our plot hole section means nothing now. You know why he would do it? Because he did it.
It happened in the show, didn't it? It's canon.
You could say that for everything. Okay. Oh, there was also a fourth wall break at the end.
Really?
Yeah, whenever they were talking about TiVo. And they're like, what do you mean TiVo? Oh, and they were like, you scroll past the commercials to get to the good stuff. And he's like, oh, that seems like a good idea. And I was like,
I don't get that.
You don't know what TiVo is?
TiVo?
TiVo's like DVR. When you scroll through, when you can fast forward through the commercials. When that first came out, it was actually a brand. I think it was DirecTV had TiVo. Mm-hmm. And then Dish Network came out with DVR or something like that. That's how I remember it. Because I never had TiVo. But I had DVR, which is the same thing. Digital video recording. But they were just called different things by different companies, I think. But anyways, that was a little fourth wall break, though. As we saw.
Really? I got that, and it was that was weird.
Yeah.
The third time I heard the joke, I was like, I still didn't get it.
Yeah. I also put the fighters at the beginning. He's like, all right, touch gloves and make this, a good fight. Yeah. They were already sweating before they got started. And I was like, ooh, I feel like they did some takes.
People sweat, though.
I asked Toby, though. Toby knows all. No.
Yeah, you're not going to...
I've switched from Toby's an idiot to Toby knows everything. I said, wait, they're sweating. And he was like, oh, they're definitely sweating. And I was like, they wouldn't be sweating before they fight, right? And he's like, no, they wouldn't.
They would.
Because they
Toby's an idiot. I can't believe you sided with Toby.
Okay. All right, you convinced me. Do you have any more?
I do not.
Okay, I have one. Okay. This made me think of the Rock concert. You know how it was really loud and they were yelling over the whole summation. They're yelling. Okay, that boxing ring would be similarly loud with people cheering. If not more. Yeah, because it's inside, right? Monk hears this lady say, "Box number 5 didn't get their food." I was like, there's no way. Because they did the whole background. Everyone's in the background and you can hear Monk perfectly clearly. I was like, there's no way on the planet you hear somebody that's 10 feet away from you say that.
Oh my God.
Never get their food. I was like, nope, writing that down.
You're so right.
Yep.
Monk is super sensitive.
Dang it. Convince me again. Okay.
How crazy was Monk this episode? Plus crazy moments. Okay. Kandyce, take it away.
No, but out of 10 what?
Oh, no!
You didn't do one.
Candace.
Okay, you be thinking.
Candace, look. I put out of 10, and then I put my number instead of putting what it's out of 10.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Mine's really good.
I feel like an idiot.
Mine's really good, so... Mine's really good. I'm really proud of mine. Okay.
Mine's gonna be lame.
Okay, I'll go with crazy moments. Okay, Monk's tracksuit. Hilarious. Why was she dancing like a prospector? Welfare buddies. The worldwide internet computer web. You're giving me a laxative? He's like, makes you want to go. Makes you want to go. And he's like, you're giving me a laxative? He uses the wipes on the pull-ups. He claps with the push-ups. He ran a 27-minute mile. He wants him to hit with both hands at the same time. He fixes Ray's shoes during the fight. He tries to get him deodorant because he's sweating. He wants Ray to punch him at the end, and
you missed the what's it called?
The what?
Because you said the part where because I didn't notice the part where he uses the wipes on the pull-ups.
Uh-huh.
But the second time, whenever he's trying to chase the armed shooter, like it shows his hand, and then he like uses his robe to wipe off the thing, and then gets up there.
Nice one. Okay, that's good.
Which is actually makes me want to kind of bump up to a 2. That's really crazy.
What?
This guy's about to shoot Ray, and he's like,
Did you just say your number out of 10 what?
I feel ashamed.
I'm not mad at it, but out of 10 what?
Happy prospectors.
That's a good one. I like that one. Okay, I put out of 10 beastly sweatbands. I like that one. His sweatband was hilarious. And it's funny, I could not stop thinking Tony Shalhoub for some reason. When he was wearing that, it just made me very like...
Wait, did it say beastly on it?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
He's
beast.
Yeah,
he's a beast. And
like, what?
he has a headband, sweatband. So yeah, but for some reason, there's the little, how his like fro was coming out of the sides. I couldn't stop thinking like, that is totally Tony Shalhoub wearing that right now. So funny. So yeah. But okay. So we got a sneak peek at your number.
I know. Oh my god.
Out of 10 happy prospectors?
It's a 1 out of 10.
How? What? That's what I'm shocked and appalled at. Are you kidding me?
He was. Okay,
I put 8.5.
Shush.
I put 8.5 sweatbands.
He was normal this episode, and he stepped up. Thank you.
Okay, for one, he wanted to quit. All of this progress he's made about getting on the force, he wanted to quit after he pulled a hamstring. Okay, that was crazy enough. But he was like, what? He was like, I'm a beast, like jumping around, hopping around.
That was funny.
I know it was funny, but normal people don't do that.
No.
Normal people don't want to be welfare buddies.
Caitlin?
And
Candace. Normal people do that. Caitlin. Welcome all Caitlins to the podcast. Hi, welcome back to the junkmonkpodcast. I'm your host, Caitlin Sloan.
That sounds terrible. Okay, I have no clue what we're talking about now. Oh, you were saying how he deserves at least 4 happy prospectors.
At least 4?
Yeah.
No.
That's what I heard you say.
That's not what Guys, go back. I did not say that.
We need to start averaging our crazy.
I know.
We're so different. It's hilarious. Okay, well, I think it was crazy.
I don't.
I thought he was. And again, okay, like the Paints His Masterpiece, he was crazy, oblivious monk, and then this one, he wasn't oblivious monk. He was just regular, like doing quirky stuff, silly stuff. 27-minute mile because he's touching the hurdles. He thinks it's 5 minutes, and it's been 27. Like, I don't know. He did a lot of that kind of stuff. So
adds up, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank
you. It adds up. All right, let's move on to
rate this episode.
All right.
Candace,
the time has come.
Candace, what would you rate this episode?
All right. First of all, every monk episode deserves a 10. So I start at 10 and I grade upwards from there. So for this rating, I actually went comparable to Buys a House.
Okay.
This may have been a smidge better, but I bumped up Buys a House because of Dr. K's passing. So, with that being said, this episode was a lot better than I remembered it being. So I'm definitely glad I got to watch it again and change my mind. Mm-hmm. I felt like the crime was secondary, but Monk's storyline of him having to do the fitness test, I felt like it was cute enough to make the episode good. I also really liked Ray Regis. I didn't mention that.
I really liked Ray.
I thought he was really cool, and I felt like that helped the episode out a lot. So, not too shabby. I'm going with a 10.75.
7.5. Okay. I don't know why that took me so long. I gave it a 7 out of 10. It was like very normal, but it also felt like it was a classic in a way. I don't know, because it wasn't like The Genius where it's some big person that they got to take down, but it also felt like such a good idea. I don't know. I really like this episode. I have really mixed feelings about this for some reason, but 7 out of 10. I feel like it'll be good. I thought you would rate it maybe higher. So maybe I might bump that up to like a 9. Because, you know.
What? Are you kidding me?
Candyce. No. Because you rated it a 7. I rated it a 7.
7.5.
So it's going to be 7.25.
Yeah.
It doesn't deserve a 7.25.
What? I feel like it does. I feel like that's okay. I feel like rating it lower. Okay, why not?
But if I give it a 9, then it'll be like an 8 point something.
I don't think it deserves that, though. I really, honestly, though, in the Monkverse, I don't think that people are huge fans of this episode. I think, like you said, it's a very, like, mediocre episode. I don't think it's terrible. Like, I don't go like, oh my gosh, the hospital or Naked Man. Like, I don't dislike this episode. I actually did kind of before, but I feel like, again, dissecting it as we do, I feel like I feel like it gets an average score. An average being a 7 for me. Not 5, average being 7. Like, it was a decent episode. I don't know. What did you rate Buys a House?
7 out of 10.
I will give you, I'm not going to let you change it to a 9, but if you liked it better than Buys a House, I will allow you to go up to an 8.
Yeah, okay. I'll do 8. That sounds good. Yeah.
Because you seem like you liked it, but it definitely doesn't deserve a 9. I don't think you liked it that much.
I think I overhyped Buys a House. And I gave it a 7 out of... I literally... Look, here's my reasoning for giving it a 7 out of 10. What a letdown in my opinion. Season opener, we compared to biggest fan. Low rating, only because big expectations. How was that a low rating? I'm such an idiot.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I feel like you feel like this episode deserves an 8. So I will allow you to change it from a 7 to an 8. I think that's fair.
Okay. 8 out of 10. I like it. I feel good about it.
All right, and I'm sticking with my 7.5, and we're good. We're good to go. We're getting more on track. You said so far you liked season 7.
I really like it so far. Okay. It's been so good.
Okay.
I'm excited for episode 5.
Which I have no clue what it is. We will see next time. I do not. I told Toby, does it say, don't let me see. And so he's like, oh, it does. Hey, man, let me check.
I looked at it, and I already watched the episode. I'm kidding. I have it. I swear.
I will literally murder you right now. I will take this brownie bite I forgot to eat, which I actually want. I really, like the first 3 segments, I was like...
I know.
I want it so bad, and then now I'm like...
At joke time, what were we doing? We were
just
like
ask questions. Yeah. Gosh. In hindsight, though, should we have been stuffing our faces while talking about the fitness test?
I know. The fitness group was just showed up. We were
like, can you believe they just marked me down for 12 minutes on a mile? That's like so not accurate. Do you want a brownie bite? I think they're good, except for the sprinkles. I don't like the sprinkles. Remember, guys, I don't like crunchy. So if you're gonna send me any care packages in the mail,
wow, liar, you're fake.
Okay, I'm not saying I don't like anything crunchy my whole life. I'm just saying.
That's literally what you just said.
Okay.
I like things not crunchy.
But I will say that if I had a choice between Cheeto Puffs version and regular,
no, don't
Puffs every time.
All right, guys, we're gonna end it here.
I will say though that the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, I'm used to those being crunchy, but I don't think they have. Well, they do have Cheeto Hot Puffs. No. Oh, they do.
They do. They just came out.
And they're good, too. Never mind. I'm going with Puffs.
Not good.
They're so good. I love the airy feeling in between.
Shut up.
Instead of like... I can do some ASMR for you guys.
You're annoying.
I'm so annoying. I'm almost as annoying as Toby, and that's rough.
That's saying something.
That's rough.
Okay,
but I'm also smarter than Toby.
If you guys are binge listening to this episode right now, just skip to the next one. This is dumb. Just leave. It's about to end anyways. Just leave. Go to the next.
No, you will stay. You will listen.
All right.
Yeah, but we're done
Next
now.
we have 45 minutes of dead air.
Now we'll let you guys go. I actually have to go because I'm going to a parade. A lighted parade.
Have fun.
It's actually called a reverse parade. So you sit in your car and you drive. It's basically like looking at Christmas lights from your car. But I think we're going to take the scooters maybe. And scoot.
It's so cold outside.
It's not so cold outside.
It's so cold.
It's like 50 something. But that's the thing is, we're not going to be like flying like 15 miles an hour through the parade. We're just going to be like, nee. So I think it'll be fine.
Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Dang it! Why are you always right? I hate you. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
How could you guess that well? Okay, I'm done.
Because my mouth wasn't... What's it called? Breathing? My mouth wasn't breathing? What's it called? Do you know how when it's in the 40s, you see your breath?
Oh, your mouth wasn't...
Breathing. My mouth wasn't smoking. What is it called? I don't know.
Making vapor.
Vaporizing. My mouth wasn't vaporizing.
This is actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I've fallen in love.
I know, yeah, we're chomping on the beef jerky, so... Alright, guys, I have to go, so...
Like right now.
Okay, right now. Okay, and...
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Junk Monk Podcast. We'd love to hear from you, so please give us a 5-star review wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, follow us at Junk Monk Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
If you want to know more about Kandyce, she's at Hardens and Hardhats on Instagram. And if you want to know more about me, Noah L., subscribe to my vlog, Noah Hernandez, on YouTube. Also, you can leave us a voicemail at 323-366-0477 with your questions, comments, or just to show us some love.
Don't forget to catch up on Monk with Amazon Prime Video, and of course, subscribe to our show.
You'll thank me later.